I've heard from a man, he was telling a bunch of people this story in public, hanging out, saying he used to work for the airlines and they've started removing safety features, like switching out how they used to maintain these planes, and I'm keeping it kind of light. And then there was a story about an investigation into counterfeit titanium being used in planes. Now we're hearing they're saying that broken parts were being put in planes. What's happening is...
Yeah, that was crazy, the broken parts thing.
People don't know how these machines work, don't care to learn how they work, and the companies that are hiring people are going further and further down the merit ladder to find people based on race and identity instead. And so we are going to end up as a society where sooner or later people are just like, Brondo's got what plants crave. So we're gonna pour Gatorade on our crops, and then the crops die, and they're like, "Why'd that happen?"
I wonder why. Well, that's like, I look at that with my house, and there's like a broken thing on my porch, and I was like, I need to get someone to fix that, and I was like, no, you got to figure out how to fix that. And so now I'm figuring out how to fix the broken thing on my porch.
Well, and I think sometimes it comes down to just old-fashioned work ethic. Sometimes too, like when we first. Well, I'll just go back to Rachel. When we first started talking to Rachel, we see a lot of people, we see a lot of artists come in, but Rachel, her dad told me this story. I don't even know if you know that he told me this, but she at 16, Rachel, had her own band, was out playing, was out playing places, making more than what most people make at a job when she was 16 and 17 years old. Doing it herself, getting her own band together. You can't teach that. It's hard to teach that. And then you have people that are trying to make it today that just are karaoke kings, and they just want to show up and...
Oh, it's going to be worse, and that's going to be AI.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I would say you can't teach it. It's just the way you teach it's not the same as the way you teach math. You show it.
Right.
So if you get a kid who grows up and they see someone play a song, get paid either tips or sell a CD, they're learning how you do that, and they will imitate that. So it's not so much like going to someone saying, here's how you do it. It's just in modern society, parents are putting their kids in front of iPads, TVs before that, computer screens. And so the kids aren't actually watching how functioning adults build networks, build machines, generate value, build wealth, and survive. This next generation growing up, it's going to be wild how many people are already, they are, but we're going to start seeing just how incapable they are of basic tasks.
Yeah, I think the environment makes a big difference because we used to have cultures that had kids around people of multiple ages, right? Whether it's slightly older children, maybe siblings that are 10 years older than you, young adults, parents, their families were bigger, and everyone learns to model behavior that they see. Obviously, that could be problematic if you have a family that's maybe dysfunctional, but also if you have an ambitious cousin who's slightly older than you, you are learning from them. If your parents are doing daily tasks in a certain way, you're observing it. But now we have kids, in school for a large amount of the day, so their parents can both work different jobs in different places, totally separate. Kids are with kids of their own age, and they kind of only socialize in that very, very insular environment with maybe a teacher who they have around but doesn't necessarily model social behavior always. It's a challenge that we have created and also will not give up.